So the reason why this even came up is because DJI just released a new drone today. It looks incredible. I just purchased it with our own money because it looks so good. And they didn't send us an early one, which is totally fine. They have every right to choose who they send their products to. I do not blame DJI. I also do not want to, I don't want to hint that I blame any of the other YouTubers out there for what I'm about to say. But I just want to talk about like the way the industry works behind the scenes, and this unspoken rule that creators and these product designers have. Let's just talk about it. We had gotten on the list to get products, you know?
Yeah, we've had a good relationship with them in the past.
Yeah, and the last product that they sent us, I had some problems with. It was the DJI Action camera, and
to say that mildly.
Well, yeah, I mean, there were some incredible new features and some things that it did better than any other camera I had tested.
But at the end of the video, do you recommend going out and buying it?
No, I don't recommend going out and buying it. It had major issues, like it would overheat and stuff.
Okay.
And so I just felt like I have to mention this in the video. DJI did not give me the product. It was a loaner, right? So I could say they're not paying me to say anything, and I don't even get to keep this product. So like they're not incentivizing me to say positive things about their product. But there's this unspoken rule that's like, hey, we're gonna give you this, obviously because we want free promotion. And if you don't give us good, free, positive promotion, you don't get anything else in the future, right?
No.
And I cannot blame them for that. If I had a product and I gave it out to a bunch of people and then this one asshole like complained about the product, that asshole's not getting the product anymore, right?
Right.
Especially when everyone else, who I have a much bigger following, they love it. There's not a problem with it, right? And
so it kind of creates this environment where there's really not a lot of people saying bad things about products in general.
And you can tell who gets the product early and who doesn't because everybody releases their review at the exact same moment. It's called an embargo. So you get sent a product early.
And it comes out on the day that the product is announced.
Yeah, or sometimes it's not that exact day, but you'll see like the embargo is a very specific, and sometimes, I'll mention this as well, sometimes like they'll work a deal out with a really big creators or influencers that like you get to release your video an hour or a day early.
Yeah.
And it's like there's a contract that one person has that's a little different than the other. But for the most part, all of these companies have one embargo, and you'll see it. Like today the drone came out. You can go on YouTube and like
it's like at
8
9 a.m.
reviews came out at the exact same moment. How is that possible? That's how.
Yeah.
And so we just have this issue with every company, right? And it's like with Apple. I absolutely love some Apple products and I hate other Apple products. Like we were one of the first people to do like the iPhone fashion shoot. I don't know how long ago. Was that like 10 years ago? 12 years ago now?
Wow, yeah.
And Apple actually reached out to me then and was like, hey, we love what you're doing with our phone, blah, blah, blah. Can we work more together? But then I release another video that's like a little, I'm complaining about Mac OS, I'm complaining about the laptop, I'm complaining about the mouse and the fact that you gotta plug it in on the, whatever it is. And then Apple like ghosts you after that. Even though you have the contact's email, when you email them, they do not respond anymore, right? And this happened recently where I'm trying to remember, Apple reached out, they liked something that we did, and then I made a video complaining about like the dongle books and the fact that like the actual cables do not work reliably.
I remember that video.
And then Apple like goes off, you know, like they don't talk to me for a year or two, right? And then I bought the new MacBook Pro, and this is the first laptop I ever liked, right? And now they're back. And Apple's like, hey Lee, we love your video. We saw the video about Final Cut Pro. We showed it to our whole team that makes Final Cut Pro. They loved it. And it's like, it makes you feel good, right? You're like, oh yeah.
I'm important. My opinion matters.
I want to make more videos that they like, right? And I'm not saying that what they're doing is wrong. I'm not saying that like they're scheming or doing anything different than I would do either. If I created, we have created products, and when we see people using the product and they love it, we reach out to them and we're like, hey, thanks so much for making that, or that post, thanks for sharing. We really appreciate you. Here's more free stuff. Like, it's just the way things are.
Yeah.
But the problem is that it puts this idea in your head as a creator that like,
it's reinforcing this bias that is beneficial to both parties, and you don't want to break that.
Yeah, I don't want to lie, but at the same time, I don't want to like let this person down or this company down that I have this relationship with. I want to keep getting the perks. I want to be invited to like the next press event. I want them to fly me to it. I want them to put me up in a hotel. It's kind of like you were mentioning off camera, like the pharmaceutical industry, you know? It's like you can't pay a doctor to prescribe, but you could like
take them out to dinner, wine and dine them,
whatever
get
it
their
might
staff
be.
in their office presence and stuff, and all of a sudden you're like, I like the rep, and the rep isn't the company, but he works for the company, and you want to keep that relationship well.
A few years ago, Microsoft was like, we want to pay to fly you to New York, and then we're going to give you like 3 laptops for free and a wristwatch and like crazy, like, maybe this is just what it's like to be a tech blog. Like at the top, you get everything for free. I had never experienced anything like that before. And luckily, I really did love those products. But you're in this weird mindset where you're like, oh my gosh, like I've just been given. And in that case, I was actually given the laptops. I've been given $5,000, $10,000 worth of stuff. I have some problems here with the product. Do I mention it? Do I okay, I'm gonna mention it, but do I emphasize it?
Yeah.
Do I say that it's a deal breaker, or do I just quickly mention that like, oh yeah, it has an overheating problem, and then I just move on to something else, you know?
I think it's important though for anyone to watch this content. I mean, this has always happened in the commercial world when you flipped on a television. And it took me a long time to understand this. Maybe it was that book, Trust Me, I'm Lying.
Yeah.
Where you start realizing like everyone that's on the Today Show and everyone that's on, the Tonight Show, they're not there because, let's invite this celebrity and have a conversation. They're all pitching something.
Yeah.
And they've either paid or their corporation's paid to put them there, or there's a purpose for them being in front of your audience.
Like Fox News is a great example of this, where I feel like Trump has made some very obvious mistakes, but you'll see the Fox News hosts, you can look on their face and tell that they want to just be like, hey, I love Trump, but maybe he shouldn't have done X, Y, Z. But they can't say it because Trump will flip out.
55% of Republicans or people leaning Republican want somebody other than Donald Trump to run. That's up 6% from their earlier poll.
And if the former president's watching, you should know those are just the numbers you're relaying. You didn't come up with those numbers.
Megyn Kelly had it. She was a host of one of the debates, and she became enemy number 1 after saying something to him.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden now he's like, Fox News, they're traitors. You have to go to One America News Network. And then boom, like overnight, Fox News is losing viewers and losing advertisers because people are going to this other thing.
Now, this is a very extreme example of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But you have to believe that this happening on, television now translates to YouTubers.
Yeah.
Where if you don't get the new DJI product that we really are excited about, it's because of something you did in the past, then you start to pivot and say, I'm only ever going to talk about things in a positive light.
Exactly. And like I've been honest about this too. Like if a company reaches out to us and says, hey, we would love for you to review our product, and I think the product is horrible, I will give them the option to have me not review it. Like, this has happened many times.
You're reminding me of 2 videos. One is something called like a parrot jumper. And you're like, this showed up in the office. It has nothing to do with photography. Let's review it. And that video is hilarious. Maybe I'll put that in the link below. And then there was also a video of a Kickstarter camera that came out.
Yes.
And you were like, this is going to be, I think you named it the most unfair camera review ever.
No, it was like the worst product I've ever reviewed or something. And I emailed that company. I was like, this product is horrible, and my review will be
it will destroy
harsh.
Your campaign.
And they were like, do it. But as it stands right now, this is one of the most horrible products I have ever reviewed. That's one of my favorite videos that we've ever done, is reviewing that video. I remember somebody once sent us a camera strap that had bungee cords in it. And as you would walk, your camera would bounce. And I was like, this is the dumbest product I've ever seen. And David wrote the person back and was like, Lee hates this product.
Yeah.
Do you still want him to review it? And they were like, yes.
We can't end this video without talking about the biggest video of all.
What is that?
Your hipster camera review.
Oh, that's right.
Where Nikon released this DF camera that was like this retro looking DSLR, and it had a lot of features that were almost pulled from it.
Yeah.
I don't think it shot video, even though it was the same camera as the D800 or D700, whatever it was at the time. And we just thought, let's make some fun content that just plays on the idea of it's cool because it's retro.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most fun videos I remember shooting.
We had this one guy who was going to get us like the biggest advertising campaign we had ever had. It was going to be like a multi-year long ad campaign, and he was going to Japan to meet with Nikon.
Yeah.
And we heard that they were like, after that video, we will not advertise with F-Star. So it's like, how much money do we lose by making that video? But I would hope that would give us a little bit of credibility with the audience. They'd be like, all right, well, like when they see something that's funny or they don't like, they're going to tell us that they don't like it. But I don't know.
I'm actually, I just received the new Nikon Z6 II.
Okay.
And it's not that new. It's been out for a year or so, but I've never made the transition to mirrorless with Nikon.
Okay.
We have Sonys, we have Panasonics, like we've had all these different cameras in our office. We've bought most of them, if not all of them. We've never been given a camera. And I feel like it's time to potentially make the switch and stop being the old man that I am and hanging on to the D850, old DSLR camera.
Yeah.
And so I have the brand new camera. And the video I'm about to make is this going to persuade me to drop $4,000 on the camera and lens and switch over to this system versus this one?
But it feels good that Nikon already hates us and that you can't make the situation any worse.
Right.
When you guys see Patrick's review of this camera, there's nobody with puppet strings controlling you. I don't want anyone who's watching this to think that like I'm shaming the companies because I'm saying I would do the exact same thing. Of course, I would give my product to the people who say the best things about it. Of course I would.
Yeah.
And then from the creator's perspective, like if you're the type of person that you like making really positive content, like another person I'm super jealous of, this supercar blondie girl. You seen this girl? Oh, you don't even know who this is?
Oh, is she like a race car driver that gets access to the crazy cars?
Yeah, like she just makes these little like iPhone videos where, I'm here and we're gonna look at this new McLaren that's $5.7 million. And like she doesn't have to review anything. She's just like, wow, look at how fast it is and the wheels are incredible. And I admit, I watch it and I'm like, this is pretty good content, but like it's not an actual review of anything, but that's what she does. So good for her.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I could do that. Just make super positive stuff that people were excited to watch and brands were excited to pay me to say. That's like the ultimate dream.
Yeah.
And I do want to make this clear as well that we do occasionally do sponsored videos where a company will say, hey, we have this new phone or whatever. We're going to pay you to make a video about this product. And in those videos, we are not reviewing the product. And so like I might take this phone out and I'm going to do a photo shoot with it. And I'm only going to talk about the features of the phone. But we will say at the beginning of the video, like this is a sponsored video.
Yeah.
They have asked us and paid us to make this
content. In many cases, like you or I don't necessarily give our opinions on the product. We're just doing something cool with the product.
Exactly, yes.
Like we're making the parrot thing jump off of a 5-story building. We're not saying, maybe you did say it's crazy it survived, but it's still like,
Right.
It's a more fun video that just has good content in it, I hope.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if this is good content, but I thought this was interesting. I thought that people out there might be interested in kind of hearing things from our perspective. I don't have an answer. I don't I don't think that the company should change. I don't think that the creators should change. I think this is just the way it is. Next time when you see a review of something or you see somebody peddling something on social media, just know, even if it's not sponsored content, sometimes people are pressured isn't the right word. What's the word I'm looking for?
Influenced?
They are influenced themselves. They are incentivized in another way.
The influencer gets influenced.
To not necessarily lie, but just to make
To embellish the truth a little better.
Even that might be. They just may be incentivized to not focus on the negative. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. If you would like to check out the full-length photography tutorials that we've made in the past, head over to fstoppers.com/store. We have tutorials on every genre of photography, headshots, landscapes, weddings.
And we also have a convenient YouTube discount code. You can save some money if you just type that in as well.
Type in literally YouTube when you're checking out. You can save some money.
Also, subscribe to our channel below. Like, you and I have had this little competition where we're trying to get to 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
We are very close. We've been very close for like a year or two.
Yeah.
And so I don't think it's going to take very many more to get us to that final milestone.
You know what's frustrating, and sorry, I'm going to make this video go on forever, is that I know how to get to 1 million subscribers, but we have to make like viral.
We have to sell our soul.
Yeah, in a way, but not in another way. Like, we have to make content like your taser photo shoot, or me giving my father the car, or the iPhone content. Like, the stuff that the average public can consume very easily. They don't have to be a photo nerd to do it. But I want to believe that content like this that we're making right now is in a way more interesting than that. Certainly not to everybody, but
I don't know, but I see what you're saying. Like, I do want to get back to making some crazy videos.
Yeah.
That's an interesting idea, is just go to your favorite influencer channel and then look at their most popular videos. I know what our most popular videos are, and they have nothing to do with like photography sponsorship.
Right.
They're like just crazy ideas that we came up with.
Right.
I wonder if that's still a trend. If you looked at like the top like 3 or 4 people.
I think it's always going to be like how to take the best photos with your phone, or like I fell into a vat of whipped cream. Like those are the videos that
That's
have
what we need to start making more of.
Yeah, but I also don't want to completely stop making stuff for photo nerds like you. So please upvote, subscribe, unsubscribe, and then resubscribe. I've heard that works. Who knows? We'll see you soon.
Thumbs down, thumbs up.
Yeah, do that. Bye.